Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. Let's get right into it. The joy taken in your misfortune will be their downfall. Coming back from this will be the hardest thing they ever did. The fact that they take joy in what they do to you, you could just pretty much imagine what they're going to go through for wanting to see something bad happen just because you're joyful. They have a problem with your happiness. They have a problem with you being successful. They have a problem with you entertaining anything good. It's like they want you to have the same life that they have. They have no good happening for them, coming to them, and they want you to suffer the same fate. And not only that, because you're joyful and they're not, they want to try and take the joy from you. What sense does that make? That doesn't make any sense. We're not letting anyone steal our joy from us. I know you're not letting anyone steal your joy from you. You're not going to let anyone do that. It has happened in the past. It's something that you're well aware of now. You're aware of unhappy people. You're aware of potential joy thieves. You're aware of those who don't want to see you happy, who don't want to see you win. You're aware of that. They want to take your joy and they don't want you to have it, because if you did, you would be happy and they wouldn't. You would be happy and they wouldn't. And that's something that they cannot stand. That's something that really upsets them. It bothers them. When you are happy, it's like you're beating them in a game. And you are beating them in a game. You're beating them in the game called life. You're beating them in the life game. And because you're beating them, you feel better, you feel good. They got to come try and steal it. All right. They want you to have total misfortune. And they want you to have more bad experiences than good ones. They see you enjoying yourself. They see you having a good day. They see things going well for you. And now you have this person randomly in your face with an attitude. All because things are going well for you and you're having a good day. That's it. All because you're having a good day, things are going well for you. Now you have someone in your face with an attitude. They're really mad. All right. They're extremely upset because you get to enjoy yourself. You live a life that deems enjoyment. You live a life that attracts good things. You live a life with purpose and meaning. Your intentions are good. Your intentions are good. Your intentions are pure. You get to go to sleep at night. Most people do things throughout the day that make it hard for them to sleep at night. And some people are so demonic, they can't even do anything bad without going to sleep. It's like in order for them to go to sleep, they have to do something bad. Some people are that demonic. The negative dark forces in them are so strong, they got to commit an evil act just so they can get some rest. How evil and wicked is that? You got to commit a dirty deed just so you can get some rest, just so you can go to sleep at night. Awful. But they are on a mission to make sure that you are joyless. They are on a mission to make sure that you are unhappy. They are on a mission to make sure that you don't get to be your natural, jolly, good old self. All right. And you hold a very positive idea about yourself. And that's something that they're trying to destroy. You hold a happy idea about yourself. That's something that they're trying to destroy. You hold a wealthy idea about yourself. That's something that they're trying to destroy. All the good things you see and feel about yourself are going to make you happy and bring you joy. You're going to feel the results of what you tell yourself and what you say to yourself. It's not your fault that you're a uplifting person to yourself. It's not your fault that you're content with yourself. It's not your fault that you feel good about yourself. You feel good about who you are. You feel good about where your life is going. You're making the right choices, using your time in an efficient manner, and you're conquering your day, you're conquering your reality, you're conquering your life. You're making decisions that are best suitable for your situation, and you're constantly moving forward. Who's not going to have joy in their life when they're doing things that not only make them feel good, but doing what they're supposed to do? And it just so happens that doing what you're supposed to do makes you feel really good. And that joy, there are going to be entities that will body hop and try to steal that joy. They're going to inhabit these demonically infested beings, and they're going to make a home in them. These people who are hating in the first place, joy thieves in the first place, are extremely low vibrational. That allows them to be overtaken. It allows them to become possessed. It's basically pretty much like an unlocked door. Certain frequencies that people put themselves on are unlocked doors, and certain frequencies that people are just on are unlocked doors. They either put themselves there with their behavior, or they're just there automatically because of how they chose to use their energy in the past. So their downfall is coming, and they're not going to be able to come back from this. They're going to get hit harder than they've ever been hit before because of this thing that they just recently tried to do. You're moving in an efficient manner. You're moving the way a person is supposed to, who is moving towards what they want in life: success, homes, vehicles, living a decent life. That's what you're geared towards. That's what you're moving towards. And that's why they're not going to be able to come back from this one, because of what they're trying to stop in your life. They're not just calling you a name. They're not just trying to put you down. They're not just belittling you and then going off and living their putrid life, foul life. This person is trying to stop you from living your life. This person possibly even wants you to, the way they operate, like they don't care if a person harms themselves because of the damage that they inflict. People are serious about their life when it comes to being successful. I'm pretty sure you don't play around when it comes to how you look at yourself, how you view your life, the things you want to do for yourself and in your life. People have goals. Not everybody wants to just sit around and live a boring, normal, average life. There are people who have aspirations. They make the decision to become something. They aspire to become something. They see themselves being more than what they already are. And that gives them a sense of happiness because they get to live their life looking forward to what they're going to become. And when you live a life with a purpose, you have nothing but that to look forward to, especially when you work hard at it and you take the necessary steps, you take the proper steps to get there. That's going to make you feel really good about yourself, and you're going to overcome a lot of the negative things that have been said about you. You're going to overcome a lot of the negative people who look at you in a bad light. You're going to rise above all the things that are said about you, thought about you, by the type of work ethic you eventually develop. So as you keep continuing to work towards the level of success you want to get on, not only are you going to feel good because you're working towards your goal, but you're accomplishing small goals within that, working towards that end goal. So those small goals that you accomplish on the way are going to bring you joy, because you know that you're getting a step closer to your end goal. You're getting a step closer to where you actually see yourself. And for someone to try to take that joy from you, for someone to get in the way of your preordained, God-given destiny, they're going to foolishly try to interrupt God's plan for your life. They're really going to try to insert themselves in between you and God's mission for you, instead of taking on the mission in their own life. People willingly accept a position on the dark side when they allow jealousy and animosity to get in their way, and they make someone else their main priority. They make focusing on you and what you're doing their main priority. And they get upset. You're happy. You believe in yourself. You know what you want to do with your life. Some people are confused. Some people are lost. Some people don't know where they're going. Some people are indecisive. Some people are afraid to make a leap, to make a jump, to take a risk, to make a decision. You don't have any of those issues. You're fearless when it comes to going after the things that you desire. And that gives you a certain amount of happiness. It puts you on the frequency of happiness when you know all you have to do is work towards something, a worthy ideal, work towards where you want to see yourself. You have looked at so many successful people, studied so many successful people, that if you know, that if you stay on the path that you're currently on, eventually one day, you're going to get to what is the Garden of Eden for you, a promised land for you, heaven on earth, in your mind, in reality, for you. You're supposed to be using your time and your God-given gifts and talents to work towards a greater existence for yourself on this planet. Anyone who's not doing that is susceptible to misery and demonic forces that will eventually take over them and possess them and wear out the rest of their energy to where none of them is left, and they're just a empty vessel. They're a soulless vessel. All right, they're what do they call them? They're a dangerous one. All right, not a dangerous one, but it's a word for it. There's like a negative one or a demonic one. It's something like that. I saw it today, but I should have. Someone told me to write it down, but I'll go back in my studies and check that out, and I'll be ready to have that name for you all so we can use it as we feel the need to on this channel. All right, but the joy taken in your misfortune will be their downfall. The fact that they wanted to stop the joy of the Lord coming to you, they really don't understand what they're getting themselves into. They really don't. Touch not my prophets and do my, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. I'm not sure if I said that right, but I know that's, for the most part, that's what it is. You're not supposed to get in the way of the things that God has planned for other people. And this is why they don't know what they're doing. This is why you have to forgive them. And this is really why once you reach a certain level to where you can find peace within the negative things people are doing to you, Then you can pray for them, because if you're anything like me, in the beginning, that's the last thing you're going to want to do for them. But it is what it is. You have to get to a level to where I could forgive you, but I just, you know what I'm saying? Certain levels, I may not have been ready to actually pray for these people in the way that, I'm ready to really pray for you, if you understand what I'm saying. And I mean, get you some prayer books, because there's nothing wrong with praying against people and not wishing anything on them, but praying that that spirit on them dies, praying that, the negative energy that they send out gets sent back to them. If people are going to cause some type of misfortune or negativity or spell, or do witchcraft on you, God says he suffers not a witch to live. So at this point, we're not people get in their feelings and they get in their emotions, and they think we're talking about everyday people. We're not talking about everyday people. We're not talking about praying against the person that just steps on your shoe, or the person that cuts you off in line or in the store, or on the road. We're not talking about someone that bumps into you on accident. We're talking about people that are psychologically committing warfare against another person. We're talking about people who are psychologically committing warfare against others. So when that's taking place, when someone is committing psychological warfare against you, playing mind games, allowing spirits to inhabit them, possess them, and use them as a meat suit to attack the righteous. All right, we're talking about people who are inhabited by spirits. Someone who's possessed by spirits, they need some fire raining down from heaven on them, and they need some death to take place within them, so that way life can take place. That way that old wretched spirit, can be destroyed, and that their spirit can be resurrected. All right, their spirit can be healed, because there are a lot of lost souls out there that really, they not only do they not know what they're doing, but they know not what they do, because they're not even in a position to know anything that they do. They're possessed. They got some control of them. I don't mean to laugh, but I mean, dang, like, who's getting real out here? All right, it's like the puppeteer. All right, it's like it's like the Muppet Show. Every time you step outside, oh man, I crack myself up. All right, and some of my subscribers as well. I see you all cracking up in the comments. I crack y'all up too, huh? Oh man, I love making these videos. Um, the joy taken in your misfortune will be their downfall. They thought they were going to destroy you, make you unhappy, make you sad, make you miserable. Misery. All right, they thought they were going to make you miserable, but God said no. God said your purpose will remain. God said that the strength in you will remain. God said that the joy of the Lord is your strength. So they're playing with fire. Anybody trying to attack your joy, anybody trying to come in between you and your success, anyone trying to trample over your happiness, they're going to get destroyed. It's plain and simple. God is coming after them, because if you draw nigh to God, he'll draw nigh to you. And I'm pretty sure that works both ways. If you draw nigh to him in a negative way, he gonna draw nigh to you, and he gonna come how you coming, because he says, touch not my anointed or do my prophets no harm. All right, energetically, spiritually, mentally, physically, don't mess with the Lord's prophets. Don't mess with people who love God. Don't mess with people who put God first in their life. All right, don't mess with people who are not perfect. You ain't got to be perfect, but don't mess with people who are striving towards perfection in the name of the Lord. All right, people who don't play with God because they see God doesn't play with them. All right, and there's certain people that don't play with, that God doesn't play with, because they see that God doesn't play with them. When you draw nigh to God, he'll draw nigh to you. All right, when you have respect for God and love God, you'll notice amazing things take place in your life. You'll notice a certain level of protection take place over your life. And you'll feel a certain connection with God take place over your life. So the joy taken, any joy taken from you because of harassment, gang stalking, foul play, knuckleheads, narcissists, bullies, anybody that thinks, they're somebody because of how they could treat somebody. Talking about weak-minded individuals. Talking about people that gain strength from bothering people who are not as strong as them as far as their perception goes. It's just their perception as far as their perception goes, and they're only looking at certain areas. All right. You could be strong in more than one area, and you have to be. Not only do you have to be strong physically, but you must be strong mentally. All right. And that's why coming back from this will be the hardest thing they ever did. All right, coming back from this is going to be the hardest thing they ever did. They're not going to just be able to get up and shake this one off, folks. All right, this one might be that's all, folks. All right, they're not going to be able to get up and just easily get up. They're not going to be able to just get up and dust this one off. This one going to hit different. All right, this one's coming straight from the Most High. This one is going to hit harder than they ever felt. All right, this one's going to be, the Most High coming at them like Bone Crusher for this one. I ain't never scared. The Most High is about to bone crush him. Okay, he gonna get him. He gonna get him just for you, because the joy of the Lord is your strength. You don't mess with the strength of God. That's what they're coming up against. They're coming up. They're not coming after you. They're coming after the Lord and His strength that He gave to you. All right, the joy of the Lord is your strength. People start trying to attack you, rejoice. Put a smile on your face. Send some love energy out. Send some positive energy out. Send some prayers out, okay? Because God can do to them way worse than we ever could. All right, we have to learn to just let things go, get out of a childlike mentality, get out of a petty mentality, get out of a, oh, you got me, I'm going to get you back mentality. That's not it for believers of God. You're not just going to sit there and let somebody stump a hole in you. But what we're not going to do is play this little lame game of back and forth. People come to steal your joy. Know that God is going to steal them. All right, is He going to steal their soul? God is going to steal their soul like a spider. All right, God is going to steal their soul like a spider. Cocoon. All right, shout out to anybody that played GTA Vice City. I steal your soul like a spider. Cocoon. All right. That was the players from Lil Haiti. All right. God is also a player from Lil Haiti, and the way God plays is touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. All right. That's pretty much it, y'all. They came for your joy, but didn't know God was gonna come for them. All right, that joy, that happiness, it was pleasant for them to see you upset, pleasant to see you hurt. All right, pleasant. Some of them even made a tear drop down your face. But God says He's going to take account for all that. All right, every last tear, every last bad feeling, every last mood that was bad that they put you in. All right, every time they killed your joy, every time they tried to attempt to rob you of your happiness. But I'm here to tell you, what they don't give you, they can't take away from you. And this is why you have to forgive yourself for allowing people to get on your nerves. Not only do you forgive these perps, these perpetrators, these weirdos, these lames, these narcs. All right, not only do you forgive them, all right, these uh, 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 possessed people out here. Not only do we forgive them, we forget them too. Not only do we forgive them, but we forget them. But you also forgive yourself for allowing these individuals to get on your nerves, and that's the deepest aspect of it. For forgiving yourself for allowing them to get on your nerves. If you can forgive yourself, you don't even have to deal with them. All right, so they may have tried to take your joy, but more is going to be taken from them than they could ever imagine. They're not taken from you. These people are coming in the Lord's house and trying to rob the Lord. When they try to take your happiness, your joy, your peace, they are coming in the Lord's house and trying to steal. Not trying to, excuse me, stealing. They are stealing. And God, one of the commandments is to not steal. All right. So they're not only are they coming after your joy and not even yours, they're coming after the strength of the Lord. These people are really messing up. They're stealing as well. So they just all kinds of wrong. Stealing, all right, coming after the strength of the Lord. They're just asking for just asking to be destroyed, you know. They're asking for it. All right. So, and this is why this is going to be the hardest thing they ever did coming back from this one. They don't know what they got themselves into. They wrote a check that, their demons can't cash. I'll say that much. But the joy taken in your misfortune is going to be their downfall. They thought it was all good. They thought it was all fun and games. They thought it was okay to make you depressed, make you feel bad about yourself. All these little corny, lame things people do that have inner conflict within themselves, that choose not to work on themselves, self-regulate, improve. They don't like any of this stuff. They don't work on themselves. They don't take their life seriously. They probably don't say any affirmations, or they probably don't meditate or pray. They probably don't even have a connection with God. And if they do, it's not a real one, because anybody that did wouldn't want to treat anyone like that, because they would be too worried about the repercussions. All right, but not only would they be worried about that, they just would do it in the first place, because it's not in their spirit. It's not in a person's spirit that loves God to treat other people in a bad way. People who put God first in their life aren't out here trying to destroy other people or steal their happiness, or destroy the way they look at themselves or feel about themselves. That's just not the game we play. All right, because we realize that, number one, we just don't have time for it. We're too busy working on ourselves and trying to get to where we want to be at. And number two, doing that is going to result in bad karma. Is going to result in being in punishment from God. You're not going to get to where you want to go. It's just certain things that people are aware. They have like an inner intelligence. It's like, I know if I act like this, and I know if I become a person like this, I'm just not going to get what I want out of life. And I know I'm not going to get to where I want. So it's like consciously you always knew that there was a certain wavelength you had to be on in order for you to stay in good graces and for you to get ahead and move forward. It's like you can be a bad person if you want to and get ahead, but it's like, why do that? Because it always comes back to the people. Whenever people do something bad or something that they're not supposed to get to where they so desperately have to get to, it always comes back on them. So it's like, why um what does the Bible say? Sell your gain the world to lose your soul. Like, people are freely setting themselves up to gain the world and lose their soul with how they treat other people, just to get somewhere, or to look a certain way, or be taken a certain way. And if that's how they choose to live their life, then that's just the way they choose to live their life. i'm not here to say I'm not here to try to get anybody to change how they want to live per se, but people who are already in a mode of change, people who already are gravitating towards change, like my videos, people who want change, like my videos, people who want a different life, people who know there's better out there for them, people who know what they deserve, know what they're worthy of, know that they have a right to be happy, and other people shouldn't be trying to take that or get in the way of that. All right, they know that the joy of the Lord is their strength. They know where their joy comes from. They're well aware of where their happiness comes from. They're well aware that they're all they need to be happy, and they can create happiness right here, right now, with what they have, not needing anything exterior. All you need is and all you need to become happy right here and right now in this present moment is all on the inside of you. It's all on your interior, your mind, your heart, changing how you feel about yourself, your reality, your present moment, your outlook on life. Those are all the things you need to be happy. Even when people try to steal your happiness, all you need is a moment to yourself. Pray, meditate, align, get your chakras back in alignment, get your energy back in alignment. Tell get some positive affirmations for when these people try to attack. All right, if you can have some positive affirmations for when these people try to attack, I'm going to drop a video on that. All right, I'm going to continue I'm gonna continue with that in the next video, but I will have a video coming on affirmations to defeat the enemy during times of attack. All right, so that way you won't lack. All right. And so that's it, everybody. All right. That's all, folks. All right. So the joy taken in your misfortune, they're gonna have to pay for that. They're gonna have a downfall. Coming back from this is gonna be the hardest thing they ever did. All the things they wanted to see take place in your life are going to take place in their own. All right. So I'd like to thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace, love, and light. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Don't forget to subscribe. It's been another DrewTube special. Shout out to the chosen vessels. I will see you all you amazing, wonderful people, in the next video. Peace, love, and light. We out.